Hello, everybody. It's Jeff Page and Jenny Verna, the Business Development Manager for Sandals and Beaches Resorts. My name is Jeff Page with Jeff Page Travel Talks. Please provide your feedback and ask questions about this video. Jenny, if you could tell us a little bit about yourself and your background with Sandals and Beaches, I'd really appreciate it. And how are you today?
Hi, Jeff. Hi, everyone. Like he mentioned, my name is Jenny Verna. I'm the Business Development Manager for Sandals and Beaches Resort. Today, we'll focus on beaches, Turks, and Caicos. So we'll get some fun questions and answers for that resort. I've been with the company for 2 years now. Very proud of this company. We've done some amazing things in the Caribbean. So I cannot be more than happy to talk to you about our properties in the Caribbean.
So, Jenny, tell us a little bit about specifically Beaches, Turks, and Caicos. I know most of your properties are adults only, but when you go into the beaches
Yes.
world, that changes. So, if you could tell us a little bit about the differences.
Yeah, so a lot of the advertisement that you see is mostly for sandals because sandals is very different from all the all inclusives in the Caribbean. But we have another family resort, which is the beaches. Although it's the same concept where it's, 5-star luxury all inclusive. Now, versus where you have the couples and adults only at sandals, at beaches, we have everyone, which means we have accommodations for everyone: singles, couples, families, multifamily generations, vacation. So everything would be included at beaches. And we have three of them. But today we'll focus on one, and it is actually the biggest one out of the three.
Sorry. Um, that's what happens when you go live. I hit a button and things changed. Anyway, so beaches is about kids in general or families in general. Is
Yes.
there any area that is adults only?
Yes, we do have restaurants that are adults only. We have the bars, of course, that are adults only as well. And at this particular resort, we do have a pool that's adults only. The reason why we have a lot of kids attractions at the beaches resorts is because we all know if the kids are not having fun, then no one in the family is having fun, right? So we want to make sure that the kids are accommodated well, they're having lots of fun, lots of activities. So we want to make sure they're happy. That way the entire family's happy as well.
Okay, but there is no section of the hotel that doesn't allow kids. It's just the restaurants and the
Yeah,
lounges.
just a few of the, restaurants or pools, but pretty much the kids are accessible anywhere. I know sometimes, well, in Turks and Caicos, this is the only resort that we have, which means we don't have the sandals resorts in Turks and Caicos. And I don't want any of the couples to be worried because, like I mentioned earlier, Beaches Turks and Caicos is the biggest one, which means there's space for everyone.
Yeah.
And we definitely have a kids camp where most of the children, if not all of them, are usually part of the kids camp or they're always doing activities. So they don't really bother any of the adults that are traveling alone without children.
There's a picture of one of the lounges here that's adults only,
Yes.
or that looks like the teen lounge. I'm guessing. Hard to tell. So anyway, so it's the same facilities. I took a look through, same all-inclusive concept. It's
Mm-hmm.
all the way through as a Sandals property. So we're
Yes.
familiar with its top shelf liquors and everything's included, and including gratuities. And I don't think we've covered that in the past, but what's the Sandals policies on gratuities?
we all the gratuities are included. So that the idea behind our brand is for you to go on vacation stress free, leave your wallet inside of the room. And at this particular resort, we have 24 different specialty dining options, which means there's food everywhere. And we don't want you to go to multiple dining options and having to tip our staff members or anything like that. So you're free to utilize the restaurants and the bars and the food carts as much as you want without worrying about having to tip everyone that serves you.
Yeah, that's awesome. Is there a same room categories as the other Sandals and Beaches? I know they're varied and there's a lot of different choices, but is it the same basic room categories?
Yes, the same basic group categories. The only difference is with sandals, you have luxury, club, and butler. And at the beaches, we have luxury, concierge, and then the butler. Now, at this particular resort, this is where you'll find a wider variety of room category options. For example, at the Sandals, we only have king size beds, right? But at the beaches, especially this one, we have multiple accommodations. So we have one king size bed, we have two full size beds, we have multi-bedroom villas, 2-bedroom suites. So we have a lot more accommodations for families and groups traveling to the Caribbean.
Okay, so you do have multiple families can be in the same room, or
Yeah.
multiple. What's the max size in a room category?
Our biggest room category is actually the 4-bedroom Butler Suite Villa. It's right across from the beach, only steps away from the beach. You have your own private pool, and it's a 4-bedroom villa, but it accommodates up to 10 people. So that's a great option for multi-generational family vacations.
Yeah, that's awesome. So I was looking through some videos. I have not had the pleasure of being at this property yet, but I was looking through some videos. There seems to be tons of kids' activities. There's a water park. There's multiple pools. There's a
Yes.
beach. Can you highlight some of the activities on the property for the kids and the different age groups?
Yes, so our kids camp actually go from children or babies from 0 days old all the way up to 17 years old, and we separate them in different age groups. Or if you have a 2-year-old that's more advanced, we go ahead and put them onto the next group level. So we try to make sure everyone is accommodated based on their skill level or wherever they fit in. And we're also an autism center. So if you have any family members or kids that are somewhere in the spectrum, we would be more than happy to accommodate them, whether they need one-on-one attention or if they're okay with a group, we'll do that as well. And we have a great partnership with Sesame Street. So a lot of our kids' camp activities include Sesame Street. We have the Sesame Street parade. We have Cooking with Cookie Monster. We have the character Julia, who's a 4-year-old autistic child. So, and now we just introduced Rosa, who's she's a bilingual character. Rosita, we like to call her, and she plays soccer with the children. Now, when we go into the teens and preteens, we have a partnership with Xbox as well. So we have an Xbox lounge. We have the water park, like you mentioned. And in the water park, which I love, is we have the accommodation where you can do the surfing, which is a lot of fun. A lot of the teens, even the parents, like to go there, including the Xbox lounge. So, and we also have a game center, which means anyone, even if they're not participating in the kids camp, the kids can always go to the game center, play any of the activities that we have there.
So you mean I can go to the Xbox lounge with my son?
Of course, we find that a lot of the parents are having a lot more fun than the children at the Xbox lounge because, we have the plasma screen TVs, we have the remotes, we have a lot of activities to do as groups or individually.
What about water sports? I know you can include all the non-motorized, but I think Sandals goes beyond that and beaches. What's included when it comes to water sports?
So a water sports that's included actually is the scuba diving for those who are certified. So we do some snorkeling and scuba diving and snuba with the children as well, along with the parents if they choose to. I know there's tubing, we do tubing, sailing, glass bottom boat, lots of activities there. This is one of my favorite resorts because there's so much to do. A 3-night stay will not do it. This is a great resort for the longer vacations because you want to make sure that you take advantage of all the accommodations that we have. And something I did not mention when it comes to the kids area where you have the water park, the kids camp, all of that is the food trucks. This is something you won't find on any of the beaches resorts that we have, is the food trucks where we have Mr. Mac and Cheese, where we have 10 different varieties of mac and cheese. And we also have the milkshake food truck. That's where you get your milkshakes, your ice creams. And I mean, it's really hot in the Caribbean, so you definitely want those ice creams while you're running around and having fun, right?
No, when I'm down there, I tend to go in the ice cream shops in the middle of the day.
Oh.
But So,
Same.
back to the characters. I was a chef for Disney for years and worked a couple of character restaurants. And it's just amazing to see the kids light up when the characters come through.
Yes. Oh, we they can do that as well with the Sesame Street characters. They can do breakfast with any of the characters. They can do tuck in at night. So we have a lot of fun Sesame Street character activities for the kids.
All right, so I'm sure you didn't leave the adults out. What's there for the adults to do?
So much. So every night, if you did not know, at our resorts, we have a theme night. So sometimes at earlier in the night, we have performances where the kids are included. But after 11, this is where it's time for the parents to enjoy themselves. So we have a bar just for adults to go into. And just so you know, adults with us or in the Caribbean is 18 years old and up. So as long as you're 18, you're part of the adults club. So you get to go to Liquids, which is our nightclub, and we also have the pub where you can enjoy a drink, have a snack, a late night snack, and all of that. And of course, don't forget about the adults only pool where you don't have to worry about any children.
There you go. Awesome. So, restaurants, do you have a favorite?
My favorite is the Bombay Club. I know this is probably a little bit different, but it's Indian cuisine and it's the best you'll ever have. The butter chicken is my favorite there. It's not like all the other restaurants where you see it. It's actually on a courtyard, and you can ask for your, Indian cuisine. You can choose your rice, your naan bread, which is my favorite, and your butter chicken, all of that. So that's my favorite restaurants at beaches.
Awesome. And is there a fine dining restaurant on property, or more upscale?
Yes, we have quite a few different ones. It really depends on what you're looking for. Again, we have 24 different culinary concepts here at Beaches, Turks and Caicos. So Bombay would be one where you do have a dress code and you also have to make reservations to dine there. But we have the Soy Sushi Bar. We have the Sky, which is a great place to have breakfast. And we also have Schooners, which is kind of like Bahamian Turks seafood restaurants. We have Sapodilas, which is your, Pan Caribbean cuisine. So we have a lot of options there.
Awesome.
Mhm.
Awesome. Sounds like there's plenty to do and plenty to go around for all age groups.
Yes.
So what's your favorite thing to do at the property when you've been there? What seems to be favorite activity or a hidden gem that people might not know about if they haven't been there?
So Turks and Caicos, if you did not know, it's kind of like there's not much growing in Turks and Caicos. So they really pride themselves in their conch. So a tour or an excursion I would highly recommend to do is to go to the conch farm. This is actually the world's only conch farm ever. So you have to go there once you go to Turks and Caicos, and it's only 15 minutes away from the resort. So you can always work with Island Routes, which is our tours and excursion company, and take a trip to go to the conch farm. Now, another activity I like to do there is the catamaran cruise. So with the catamaran cruise, you get to snorkel a little bit, and it takes you to Iguana Island. Yes, it sounds crazy, but it is an island where there's plenty of iguanas running around, but you get to see the most beautiful waters of the Caribbean. So if you've been to any of the Caribbean islands and you thought the water was beautiful, you've never been to Turks and Caicos. So if you're one of those people looking for, turquoise blue water, white powder sand beaches, Turks and Caicos is the one.
So would this be a place I would send my diver friends to?
Yes, great for diving and snorkeling. You'll see different, exotic fishes that you've never seen before. A great place. I dove there before. I'm not very experienced. I go about 40 feet down. Don't judge me, but it's very beautiful because the water is so clear.
Yeah, that's awesome. And I know there's several villages here. Is there an advantage to staying in one village over the other? Is one closer to the water than the other?
Yes. So it depends on what you're looking for. So if you see over here in my background, so that would be the Italian village. And right behind the Italian village, we have the Key West village. So these two are right across from the beach. And on this side, we have the Caribbean Village.
Okay.
So we have 3 different villages right in front of the beach. So if you don't want to take too long of a walk to get to the beach, so those would be the villages for you. And we also have the French Village that's more towards the back of the building. So it's not as close as the 3 other ones.
Okay. And
Now,
is there, go ahead.
I was going to mention that the Italian Village that you see here is right across from the main pool, which means this is where we have the DJ, the day activities. So if you're looking for entertainment or more of a livelier side, the Italian Village would be a good one. If you want a more quiet vacation, the Key West would be a great option. So the Key West is a little bit further away from the activities. And this is where we'll find the adults-only pool as well.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So since I have so many pictures in here of weddings, let's talk a little bit about weddings.
Yes, so this is actually a great conversation because with Sandals, we do promote a lot of romantic travel, destination weddings, honeymoons, and all of that. We want to make sure that you're aware that we do it at the beaches as well.
Okay.
So
I saw in your promotional videos a lot of the weddings had Indian themed weddings. Is that a big thing there?
Yes,
because of location or?
Yeah, so we actually shot one last year, and because Beaches, Turks and Caicos is a very large property, we are able to accommodate large groups. So South Asian weddings tend to be larger than most, so it was a great destination to do that.
Yeah, they looked the pictures looked amazing. So
yeah.
So do you have anything else we want to talk about this beautiful property? It looks like one I need to get myself to. So
it's a must. The adults turn into children there, as do I. So please come along. Let's go to Beaches, Turks and Caicos. I have to get there again. And it's a very easy trip, 15 minutes away from the airport. If you're flying out of Orlando, it's about an hour, 15 minutes. So it's a very easy trip.
And is June 1st the target date for a reopening?
Our target date is actually May 16th.
Oh, awesome.
So our resorts are due to open May 16th. So we're ready to, welcome our guests since May 16th. But you never know nowadays. Everything's up in the air. But as of now, our team is ready to go.
Not by the minute, literally by the minute. So
yes.
Well, I think we've covered the property pretty well. I think it's a great property. I'm excited to go see it. I've researched it some this week, and my kids are in their 20s, and I don't have grandkids yet, so I haven't really put it on my list. But now maybe I need to go check it out. It looks pretty cool. So
yeah, take your children. Maybe it'll get them excited to have their own children, so they can take them.
There you go. But anyway, it looks like a beautiful property. If anybody's interested in booking it, please reach out to me, Jeff Page. J Page Travel is my website, and I can be reached at 407-353-0120. Jenny, thank you for your time today. I appreciate it. I always love your smile, and have a great weekend.
You as well. Happy Easter.
Happy Easter, everybody. Bye.